Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Gothic 2 Night the Raven. I'm delighted you decided to join me and dedicate a bit of your time to watch this wonderful Let's Play of one of the greatest games ever made, Gothic 2. Getting a bit dark, past 7 in the evening. Let's take a nap because there's a long day ahead of us. Jesus, that was fast. Not fast, loud. And we spoke to Torloff. We know what's to be done for the test to impress most of the mercenaries. Did we speak with Elena?
What can I?
Yeah, we did. Do we have bread, milk, and ham? Because we'll need those. We have bread, we have milk, we should have a piece of ham. Great! Right, we'll meet Grom, the hunter, that's not far from Onar's farm, and he'll demand these three items in exchange for him trading us as a hunter. That's why I was checking my inventory. Now let's head on towards Bengar's farm to deal with the militiamen, because that's the test we've accepted. And let's see how this two-hander does. It's quite a bit more rigid, as you can see. Just one at a time, please. The input is absolute dog shit for some reason. As you can see, I'm struggling with field raiders. So I'm pondering if I should just bite the bullet and switch back to my one-hander. Because the input is playing tricks on me right now. It's not doing anything when I press the action button. That's strange. I'll have to deal with two militia guys, one after the other. So this is kind of important. We picked the stone tablet for strength up from this place. Yeah, we did. Alright, let's just head on towards that stairwell leading to Bangar's pastures once we deal with these two. Nice crit. Finally got one. Alright. The slowness, oh my god, the slowness. I forgot how much I detest two-handers in this game. They're so much slower than one-handers. But I haven't committed yet to two-handers because I didn't spend any learning points on one-handed or two-handed fighting. But I had a plan to invest in two-handers and wield two-handers in this playthrough. Maybe I'll change my mind, who knows. I had picked the dragon root up, yep. Alright, let's continue. Very nice setting, very beautiful place. I like the shadows over here. Nice touch by the mod. There's a rapier. And so now let's find out what's the deal with the annoying militia guys that keep harassing Bengar. This is a man's farm, so to speak. Malik?
Hey.
Did we talk to you guys?
Don't worry, I'll try.
Yeah, we did. Let's see, are the militia guys in range? Yep, there they are. And as soon as I'll have one line fed to Bengar, they'll start walking towards Bengar. And only one of them will open up a dialogue as soon as you're in range. So let's find out what was the deal here.
There's so many of you. Why don't you just go up against the militia yourself?
It's true that there's a lot of us, but we're not trained fighters like the militia.
I'm supposed to deal with your militia problem.
What? I told Onar he should send a couple of his mercenaries.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Terrific. Do you know what the militia will do to me if you screw it up? These bastards come by here once a week and collect the taxes for the city. It's a good thing you came just now. This is their usual time. They should be here any moment.
Yeah, I saw them back there. Let's feed this lion for Balthazar. Maybe we can help him.
Balthazar the shepherd isn't allowed on your pasture?
Oh yeah, that story. I told him Sekov should pay me money if he wanted to lead the sheep into my pasture. To tell the truth, that's only harassment. I just can't stand Balthazar.
Unfortunately, dealing with the militia, as far as I know, won't solve that quest or that problem, even though Bengar's kinda owing us a favor once we deal with them. Let's save right here.
Let the militia come then. I'll deal with them.
I can't wait. Here they come now. See? I told you so. Just don't screw it up.
That was obvious all along.
Look at this one. Another joke. What are you doing here, huh? Who the hell are you?
I want you
I
to
want
disappear,
you to disappear
bud.
from here.
Well, well.
Telling you anything.
So you want us to disappear? What'll happen if we don't go, huh?
It's a bad business.
In that case, you've bothered the farmers for the last time.
You've bitten off more than you can chew, moron.
It's obvious all along. That's nothing new.
Ouch. Jesus, you scream like a bitch. Wow, this movement is so slow for two-handers. You scream like a bitch too. Kind of hate the movement of two-handers right now. Have to admit. Ooh, an apple. Great. An apple. Great. We'll need at least 50 of those to gain 2 more points of strength. I need to gather up 25 more. Probably will have to beat a few citizens in Korinis to get that sorted. Well, it's done.
Your militia problem is a thing of the past.
Not bad. Maybe there'll be something left over at the end of the month now for a change. Thanks.
Fortunately, we don't have an option to ask for a favor to help Balthazar, but we might have that option later on. Let's heal up a bit. So we'll have 2 more quests as far as I remember with Bengar. One's bringing Malik back in chapter 3, he'll run away together with a few of the farmers. And one more favor in helping Wolf get a job. That's in chapter 3 as well. So let's see later on if we can ask for a favor from Bengar to help Balthazar move in and help his sheep find better land. Right, so that was the mercenaries test. Is a more difficult quest to do than just a simple collecting the farmer's rent from Sekob, who's a much weaker opponent and is just one, not two, like these militia guys. Strangely, these are the only militia NPCs in the whole game that die as soon as you beat them. I mean, apart from Mario at the end of the game, that's technically wearing a militia's armor, but we all know he's not militia. Can't remember any other NPCs that die as soon as you beat them or are hostile on the spot. So just like bandits, kind of. Now, before we head back to the mercenaries to tell them the good news, we've taken care of their problem, let's visit Grom, a couple of trolls, and not ultimately Dexter's crew. Think we should we can fill those in this one. All of them at once. Nice corridor over here. This is where the bandits, Dexter's bandits, usually fall if they
I know nothing about picking locks.
run out after you.
I know
Nothing about picking locks. This is where we should find another dragon root. Is it this tree trunk? Or is it this one? Or is it this one? This one. Alright. We don't have to come back here later on when we collect all of them from Korinis. Let's have a chat with this hunter, this hermit over here. Mr. Grom.
Everything all right?
Ah, an unfamiliar wanderer. I am very busy, so what do you want?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, the things a woodcutter and hunter usually do.
Wait, what?
Hey! Can you teach me something about hunting?
Sure, but first get me something decent to eat. I'm dying of hunger out here.
The
Oh, a
hungry
bottle of milk,
hunter.
a loaf of bread, and a fat ham. Then I'll teach you what you want.
We checked on the farm, we have all of them.
Here's the food you wanted.
Fantastic. And now,
Teach me how to hunt.
Teach me how to hunt.
what do you want to learn?
Even though we don't want to learn anything, but these are important if they might interest you. Skin, teeth, heart, mandibles, horn. Not now. We just came here to gain that XP. These
I
be
know nothing
looted.
about picking locks.
This can be looted. Great. What's this? Sulfur. Strange icon for sulfur. Thought it was yellow in the normal game. Struggling to recognize a few of the icons modified by the Remaster Mod. Alright, and back there, other than two wolves, we should meet a few angry fellows. 10 feet tall, hostile on the spot, not as friendly as you would think. We call them trolls, and you can see them from this distance already. One of them, at least.
One less monster around.
Indeed, one less monster around. And hopefully Grom won't jump in, because I'd like to have the XP for myself. This movement's getting on my nerves. Right, so 2 of them. We will have to take them one by one. Let's save right here. And do our thing. Slap that ass. As you well know by now, this is one of the well-known exploits in Gothic 2, the way to beat up trolls basically at the start of the game in Chapter 1 by just strafing endlessly and doing as many hits as you can from behind. No pun included. No pun intended, I mean. Luckily we have a bit of strength and a good sword, paladin sword, to finish things off more quickly than usual. So 1 down, 500 XP. Second troll coming right up. As usual, beat his ass. Literally. Just a few more whacks to go. Gotcha! Another level up. Right, we have 23 learning points. Fortunately, we don't know skinning, so we can't take their hides. But there's a lot of loot to be had in this place, nevertheless. Including stone tablet, king sorrel, rapier, leather satchel, and we can scour the place some more just in case, just so we don't miss anything. These new textures kind of make my life more difficult in finding loot on the floor, on the ground I mean. Oh, there's a bow as well. Almost missed it. Not sure if there was one more stone tablet to be had somewhere around here. Can't remember. Meadow nut weed. Another meadow nutweed. Oh, I think that's it. I think that is it. So now we can safely go to Dexter's place, which is high up on this mountain. quite close to Grom and quite close to the Mercs as well. We should meet up with Greg there as soon as we make those bandits hostile. What's with the frame drops? My experience, you can use you can try some different tactics over here, possibly quite brave of you to try to take them on, but they tend to come at you all at a time. Most of them fly off this bridge and fall to their deaths down there. You can kill one or two, but I wouldn't recommend it. Let's save right here. It's much easier to let Greg deal with all of them once you speak with Dexter.
Halt! You can't go through here.
I want to talk to your leader.
Oh, I see. You want to talk to my boss. Well, then of course I'll let you through. But only if you know his name.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you don't, I'll be obliged to kill you. Well?
His name's Dex.
Dexter.
Well, I guess you know the boss. Okay, I'll let you through. But I'm warning you, you get too close to anybody, you won't get out of here alive. So take a deep breath and leave your weapons where they are. You'll find Dexter in the house.
They don't confiscate anything from us, even though that guy said,
Hey.
leave your weapons where they are.
Leave while you still can.
I'll do so over your dead
Hey,
bodies.
Get out of my sight.
Tell me that isn't true.
Hey, you.
Leave while you still can.
You don't have to tell me that.
We don't have to talk to anyone else, just Dexter. The man himself?
Look who's here, the great emancipator. Well, hero, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for a few answers.
I never thought you'd come here voluntarily.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've been looking for you. Haven't you seen any of my wanted posters? They all bear your mug. Oh yes, you're very much wanted. Didn't you know that?
So, what do you want from me?
Me? Nothing whatsoever. But my boss is hell-bent on seeing you dead. So he wants me to find you and bring him your head.
They say that you're kidnapping people from Corinus.
So you found that out too. Good work, Buster. And here I was thinking I had covered my tracks.
Where did those people disappear to? Maybe down the mines somewhere here?
They're far away in the northeast by now, where you can't get to them. I could show you where exactly, but I don't know why I would want to do that.
Who gave you this order?
My boss. He's a dangerous man. You know him. Raven, one of the former ore barons from the old camp in the Valley of Mines. He needs those people to fulfill his plans, and that's all you need to know.
An ore baron here in Corinus?
He's no longer an ore baron. He's got plans of his own, and Corinus will feel that before long.
Raven? Dangerous? Oh well.
What do you know? You don't know him like I do. He was a miserable swine even back then, but these days, he has changed since the fall of the barrier. There's a black shadow across his face. His fierce glance will pierce you like the claws of a raptor if you look into his eyes for too long. My only advice to you is leave Corinus as fast as you can, before it's too late. There's nothing here for you, except for certain death.
From that description, the fierce glance, it sounded like Dexter is fucking in love with Raven. You guys are doing the nasty?
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Hey, it's true. I swear on my mother's grave.
There's this fellow with an eye patch. He's looking for you.
Everybody's looking for me. I couldn't care less. If that guy has some business with me, let him come here.
And what do you intend to do now? Kill me?
Yeah, but you set us all free. That's why I'm giving you another chance. Beat it. Disappear. Make yourself invisible. Go and don't cross my path again.
I need to know where you brought those people.
Well, you could try beating it out of me. It's better for you if you leave now. If I see you around here again, I won't hesitate to kill you.
Alright, and the next time we will try to have a dialogue with Dexter, he'll become instantly hostile, and same goes for all the bandits we saw outside. And plus, Greg will magically teleport outside and beat them like there's no tomorrow. Let's save right here.
You asked for this.
Jesus, what was that? And we're just going to stand here and watch the show. We could grab some XP, but it's kind of hard because Greg usually one-shots them. Don't think there's anything to gain from just trying our luck. Greg's immortal, by the way. Oh, we have one on the roof. Where is he? Oh.
So much for you, lowlife. Where is that swine?
Who? The captain? He's right here.
Then get out of my way.
The captain? You're the captain. Was that Dexter
Now, where did he
dying?
go?
He was here.
Well, go and find him then.
First of all, the captain, you're the captain. Dexter's just the bandit boss of this here camp. And I think I've just heard him a few seconds ago dying. Is he on the roof? Oh, there he is. Let's do a save right here. At least we can grab some XP. He's not as tough as he looks. At least we managed to kill the guy and grab 200 XP. This happens quite rarely. My experience, most of the time Greg kills him, or Dex, I just see him dead on the floor. Once I get out of there, Greg deals with all the other bandits and just see his corpse. So there are the orders. This is what we need to read ASAP. And then inform Greg that this motherfucker's dead. Dexter, you bastard. Kidnap more citizens. Alright, so they're behind it, Raven and Dex. Get inside the temple? What does he mean? Find a way over the high mountains in the northeast. Alright, gotcha. Let's see Greg.
Ah, Dexter bought it, right?
Yes, sir.
Looks like he's dead.
None too soon either. Go check out what he's got on him.
Dexter carried nothing but this letter.
Show me that thing. Oh, damn it, that doesn't help me at all. We shouldn't have just let him croak like that. You wouldn't happen to know how to cross those mountains in the northeast of Corinnes.
Maybe through an underground tunnel? The water mages are currently studying a portal which leads to the mountains in the northeast.
What's this nonsense? Water mages. Can't you come up with something better?
No.
So I'm stranded here. Dexter was my last hope.
What did you want from Dexter?
I've come from beyond the mountains in the northeast of this island, and I want to go back. I had hoped that the bastard would know how to get there without a ship.
Well, he doesn't.
I saw a pirate named Skip near the port.
That moron. I waited there for 3 days, so why is he coming so late? Once I get my strength back, I'll give him what for.
What is there beyond those mountains?
You had better not try to go there. Those are rough lands. A wimp like you wouldn't last long.
You sure I'm a wimp?
One more thing.
I'm grateful that you helped me, but that doesn't make us friends, if you get my drift.
Yeah, we're not friends. I'm glad that you killed all those bandits outside, though. Made my job a lot easier. Let's loot the place. The best part.
I know
Strangely
nothing
enough,
about picking locks.
we picked up a key from Dexter's corpse, but that doesn't open this chest. Funnily enough, that opens a different chest from a tower, not very far from here. That tower over there. Not sure why they programmed it that way. Come on, give me some apples, please. I want some apples. There's one. There's two. Still two. Jesus, these badass bandits were fighting with branches. What kind of bandit are you? Still two apples? Damn it. Think their loot is randomized? Yeah, 3 apples. About time. Still 3. Still 3. That's too bad. Alright, anything to be had? We can't enter this cave yet, because those mine crawlers will make short work of us, especially as they're bitchin' mine crawlers. But we can open this just for later use. They're the tough sort of mine crawlers. Oh, I almost forgot that closes once you go away. Let's pick this leather satchel up. And everything else we can find. The scroll. For some reason the nasty battle music starts here once we enter this room. Not sure why. Similar to Errol's room in the middle of Corinnes. Not sure why that is. These two cabins are similar in that aspect. Anyone else we should loot? Maybe this guard right here if we... Yeah, we already did that. Right, let's advance on this path. There's a guard that's one of the toughest bandits in the whole game that we won't want to deal with. That guy is standing with the back against us. But he, interestingly enough, is not hostile on the spot. Not sure why.
Hey!
He just stands there. So when you climb up the mountain, follow the road, and instead of passing that bridge, you come through here. He has a dialogue. He says that turn back. The only way for you to enter this area is for you to cross that bridge. But that's about it. And then he's not hostile for some reason. And let's just leave him like he is. I don't want to waste some valuable scrolls on him.
You're in for it now.
This guy was easy as cake. Not a problem. And this is the chest I was on about. This is the one that Dexter's key opens for some reason. But they put it in this tower. Right, let's grab that skull splitter and that high-end potion. And see what's up there. Could be a few more bandits, one or two. This time we don't have any bandits here. And let's check this high spot. And here we have one of the most enigmatic items in the whole game. And by enigmatic I mean I'm not sure why they put it.
I know nothing about
Because
making
the
locks.
ammunition is all you can get. Where are those? These 3 arrows and a bunch more that you find in this chest, but you need to know lockpicking. Is all the ammunition you can use with this shitty firebow. That doesn't even deal much damage, just 50. So I never knew why they put it in the game in the first place. And the fire crossbow that you can find in Jarkandar is the same. The only ammunition is a few hand-picked arrows or bolts that you can find in the same place. So useless. But at least we can sell them. This guard we'll just leave alone because he's a tough bastard. And now let me just double check to see if Greg doesn't have anything else to say on top, but he shouldn't. That should be it.
I'm grateful.
Yep, that's it. We could explore this area a bit more. In fact, let's just wander a bit. Should come across an interesting cave with a few undead in it. Nothing here, I don't think. On this small alcove. Nope. Many times I confuse this place with that place next to the lighthouse. Beyond those 3 bandits that have hijacked Jack's lighthouse, there's a dragon root and a similar looking cave in which a shadow beast is laying around. Not sure why I used to confuse these 2 places, because they're not that similar, nor they have the same kind of enemies inside, or loot, or something. Can't even remember what if you have useful loot beyond this door, but we'll come back later on. Let's head back to Onar's farm. By the way, this is it as far as the missing people. Where's that quest? Farmer Bengar is missing his field hand. This is it as far as the missing people quests is concerned in chapter 1. Once we're back in town, we'll have to let Vatras know what we found out. And that's it as far as the missing people quest goes in chapter 1. That's instrumental in us joining the Ring of Water, which is not optional. I'll have to check. Yeah, I'm actually curious now. I'll have to check downstairs if a few bandits fell off the cliff right here, just for the fuck of it, and for some random loot we might find on them. They always, one or two, always fall down from the cliff to their deaths. Plus, just a few seconds before I spoke with Greg, I swear I heard a dying scream from someone. I thought it was Dexter initially, but he was still alive on top of the tower. Wondering who that was. Let's check this mountain corridor, whatever you want to call it. Is there a dead guy? Yeah, there is. Just his weapon though. His body's nowhere to be found. Alright, we've done our due diligence. Let's get back to the farm now, before we get sidetracked too much. And since we're going back to the farm, there's an NPC that guards sheep named Pepe, with which we haven't spoken to yet. Let's chat with the guy. He should have 2 quests for us, one of which is already done for, Bulko's one. What's up?
What are you doing here?
Guarding sheep. And if possible, staying out of trouble.
Doesn't always work, does it?
Nah, especially not with the mercenaries. I'm really glad to be out here in the pasture, although it can be dangerous too.
What's so dangerous in the pasture?
There's a small pack of wolves that roams the area. Lately, the damn beasts have come by and eaten one of my sheep almost every day. A few days ago, I had almost twice as many sheep. I don't want to think what Onar will do to me when he finds out.
Uh-oh.
Why didn't you tell the mercenaries about the wolves? I thought they worked for you.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that, but I didn't, damn it. And now, with so many sheep gone, I'm afraid to tell anyone about it at all.
But you just told me.
I'm already regretting that too.
Oh, don't worry, dude. I'll help.
What if I kill those wolves?
You? By yourself? I don't believe it. I'd sooner trust my bellwether to do that.
Forget it. It was just a suggestion. I'll go over to the boys and see what they say about it.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're the greatest and you can take on 100 wolves at once, no problem. Mostly they lurk between the trees near the pasture. I think there were only 4.
So now you want my help. Alright, let's give you a hand with these. Should be just 4 young wolves. We should be able to deal with them, no problem. And that's the camp. They looks like a hunter's camp, but they roam around. I'm not bothering with blocks and tactics for this, because I know they deal very low amount of damage. I could have just whipped out my short bow and done them in. All the same. Now let's loot the camp. Looks like a hunter's camp indeed. Should have a few valuable skins as well in it, and a willow bow. There we go, and a few arrows. Don't mind if I do. Milky. Anything else? Maybe a few plants. So hard to see them. And it's not even nighttime. I hate these textures so much right now. Can't see shit. You need to know the loot for from memory almost. In some cases, that's how well hidden it is. Beyond this useless bunch of texture. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Shadow Beast hide, sheep, and 3 wolf hides. Could have given this to Bosper for the quest if we... oh, there's a chest. If we would have learned skinning. But we didn't bother with that. Let's head back to Pepe, tell him the good news. Almost tempted to grab Betsy just to have a companion for a few minutes to have a bit of fun, but I won't do that.
I've done in
Maybe
the
later.
wolves.
You did it! Thank Innos. But now I still don't know how to tell Onar that all those sheep are gone. It's all that damn Bulko's fault.
Bulko, that name sounds familiar. Do you have any problems with that fucker?
What did you say about Bulko?
He's one of the mercenaries. It was actually his job to guard the pasture. But instead, he and his pal Silvio hang around Thekla in the kitchen all day. It's that bastard's fault if I don't get paid for weeks because of the lost sheep. I wish I could at least punch him in the mouth for it, but nobody stands a chance against him. The guy's a killer.
Oh, I think I stood a chance against him.
Bulko got what was coming to him. I've taught him a lesson.
The swine deserved it.
How are you? And how are your sheep?
I'm fine, and so are the sheep. That is, the ones that are still here are doing all right.
Alright, dude. Let's head back to the farm and let Orlov know that we've done away with the annoying 2 militia guys that were harassing Mr. Bengar.
That doesn't surprise me. Know how to hold a sword.
I've heard a thing or two. He thinks it's as easy as that. Of course we got it in the end.
Will it ever change if you didn't know
I took care of Bengar's militia problem.
Did you make sure that they won't be standing on his doorstep again tomorrow?
that was obvious all
They'd have a really hard time doing that.
Well done. You passed your test. If you can handle a militia, most here will respect you.
Funnily enough, this quest only gives you 100 XP, and killing 4 young wolves, not wolves, young wolves, for Pepe gives you 250. So 2.5 times that. That doesn't make any logical sense to me, but
Nothing amazes me anymore.
moving on.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. Wolf says he has nothing against you joining. Jarvis thinks you're on the right side. Cypher says that for him it was crystal clear that you'd get to join. Something seems to have made him really happy. You seem to have convinced Rod that you're strong enough. Sentenza will vote for you. He says you were a very reasonable man. Buster says you're okay. And Dar says you're a blabbermouth. But his vote doesn't count for very much here. The rest of the mercenaries haven't said anything. You convinced most of them by passing the test. You have my vote in any case. And you won some fair duels. A lot of mercenaries respect that. Most of the mercenaries are for you. As far as we're concerned, you can start with us at any time. Go to Lee. He'll explain everything else to you.
Alright, so job done. Since we're here, we have 23 learning points, huh? How much strength we got? 82, so it doesn't matter if we take those items off or not. Let's push it with 3 more strength. Yeah, 3 more points of strength.
That's all just
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now you can use your abilities better.
That's about where I'll stop in chapter 1 with strength training. So we're now at 85. Let's arm this longsword because it's faster, it's a one-handed. And since we don't have any training in two-handers, we're super slow and clunky with it. So we can use longsword now. And we're at exactly 85. We haven't spoken to Bennett yet.
Hey, I do not sell any weapons. Khaled does. He's in the house with Onar. What kinds of weapons do you make?
Plain swords at the moment, not much else. But if I had some magic ore, I could forge weapons that are better than all comparable weapons made from regular old steel. You wouldn't happen to know where to find some around here? Besides in the Valley of Mines, I mean.
No.
Of course not.
Are you with the farmers?
That's a
or the
stupid
mercenaries?
question.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I was just curious.
Have you ever seen a farmer who also forges weapons?
No.
Then why do you ask such stupid questions?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Stop blabbering then. Go to Torloff and let him put you to the test.
I've passed the test.
Good. I'll vote for you then.
Thank you very much.
Teach me how to forge magic ore weapons.
As long as you aren't one of us, I'll be damned if I tell you the secret of the magic ore weapons. Only very few blacksmiths know it at all, and I believe that not even the smiths in town know anything about it. And that's a good thing, too. Otherwise, those boozers of the city guard would all be wielding magic swords next.
That's a funny line, and actually it's true. Herod doesn't know how to teach you to forge magic ore weapons, but Bennett does, and as we'll join the mercenaries soon, he'll be able to teach us that.
What about forging equipment?
What do you need?
That's reserved for mercs. Let's buy the bolts, because we'll need them later on. Let's buy these pieces of raw steel, because we'll make money out of them. And that's it. Hodges, that's
Hello, I'm new here.
Don't
another
take
one
this the wrong
we haven't
way, but I'm not
spoken
really in
with.
the mood for conversation. I'm totally wrecked.
You're awfully busy, huh?
You can say that again. Bennett makes so many weapons that I can hardly keep up with the polishing.
What can you tell me about the farm?
This is Onar's farm. That big building is his house. He vacated a wing for the mercenaries. We farmers have had to bunk in the barn ever since. But it's alright with me. It's good that we have people who guard the farm. The building here is the kitchen. Maybe you'll be lucky and Thekla will have something for you to eat.
already grabbed 2 of her delicious stews.
What about the mercenaries?
Onar hired them to keep the city militia off our backs. But they also guard the farm, the sheep, and us farmers. So don't even think about stealing anything or rummaging around in somebody's chest. They're just waiting for a chance to knock you down.
Calm your tits, I won't do that.
Can I buy weapons from you?
I don't have much. We take almost all the swords and axes into Onar's house.
At least you have an apple. Alright then. Anyone else on the farm we haven't spoken to yet?
That's all just gossip. You hardly know who to believe these days.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Not so far.
He never would have
Later.
himself.
That was no big deal.
I'm curious to see whether...
He doesn't even know how to hold
I want...
Okay,
I'm staying out of it.
you can fight. Most of the lads here think nothing of it. As far as I'm...
Alright. Raul's still a dipshit.
Hey, you!
All right.
You don't have to tell me that.
Gunnar, even though his name
What's up?
doesn't have anything
The bat.
else to say. Interesting. Oh, Cord. Yeah, I knew I forgot someone. Cord. He could have helped us deal with any of the quests regarding the test to join the mercenaries, the Bengar's rent collection, or the
Hey,
militia
you.
problem.
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
No.
What is it you want then?
He really said that.
I want to become a mercenary.
You look more like someone who'd been born to work in the field, boy. Can you wield a weapon then? So, how about one-handed weapons?
Well,
And two-handed weapons then?
I'm surely gonna get better.
In other words, you're a damn greenhorn. Each mercenary needs to be able to rely on his comrades. All our lives depend on that. As long as you barely know how to wield a weapon, you're in the wrong place here.
I've heard that you belong to the Ring of Water.
What rat has not been able to keep his big trap shut?
Lee told me about it. Lares said you could help me if I told you that I reside beneath his wing.
Looks like I've got a deal with you now, doesn't it? All right. So what do you need? And be damn careful about what you tell me. For if I don't like what I hear, I just might skin you alive.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Teach me how to fight.
All right, what else?
That's all?
That's all.
That shouldn't be too hard. And woe betide you if I hear that you can't keep your trap shut. And I'm only saying this once, understand?
Teach me how to fight.
I can teach you to use any weapon. Where shall we start?
I won't bother with these just yet. I need to learn alchemy first to brew shitload of strength potions. And we're, yeah, 5000 XP away from next level. Oh, by the way, let's speak with Onar, see if he has anything to say about Bulko and him not helping the shepherd not lose his sheep.
Thanks to Bulko, you now have a few sheep less.
And what are you talking about? Who is
Doesn't
Bulko?
even fucking know
One of the
who is that
mercenaries.
guy.
How would that interest me? If he's been after my sheep, he'll have to answer to Lee. So why are you bugging me with such trivial details?
Just because I wanted to have that dialogue. Alright then, let's head over to Lee. And that's where we're going to end this one. He should have a dialogue about Bulko as well, I think.
Onar now has a few sheep less thanks to Bulko.
Oh, leave me alone with that shit. I've had enough trouble as it is.
Yep, he doesn't give a fuck. And using this, you can join the mercenaries because we're definitely ready. Actually, the only one that was against us joining was that fucker Dar, that no one takes seriously anyway because he smokes his brains all day. That was enough for today. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate that. Thanks for sticking until the end. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care. See ya.